Well, guys, I'm sure you will remember me dealing with the England Cucks the other day, bending the knee to BLM before being booed by 30-odd thousand kids, which naturally sent our media into shit fits of rage, calling these kids racist for opposing imported American racial politics in European sport. As I covered, the media called them racist, with the ultimate dried up wet wipe, Gareth Southgate, talking about inherited thinking and how they need to educate us all. Obviously, the British public trashed Gareth Southgate for coming out with that tripe, but now it seems Hungarian press outlets have also caught wind of it and decided to shit all over not only Southgate but also our biased BLM supporting media. Fuck pigs. Yep, here in Hungary today, we've got this article headlining British media branding Hungarian children racist. In it, this guy thoroughly destroys our demented media outlets and Gareth Southgate, like I said, so let's quickly go through a bit of it. Now, the first bit talks about what I covered in my video the other day, including Southgate's education comments, like I said.
That was different with the taking of the knee, but that felt like inherited thinking to me. And that's why we do it. That's why we continue to take that stand. And we will keep doing that as a team. That's why we do it. We do it to try to educate.
Yep, he said that, the complete tosser, and it seems Hungary today has the perfect response to it here. It reads, indeed, why would anyone with their right mind object to a football team showing their open support to an extremist political movement that openly calls for the abolition of nuclear families, the defunding of police, during whose protests shops and cars are torched, police officers and journalists attacked, and whose leaders are currently under investigation for gifting themselves multi-million-dollar mansions from donations? Now, yes, I know most of that I pointed out the other day, but it's still bloody right at the end of the day, and if you ask me, funny that members of the Hungarian media are saying it with us. This is something you would never get from our demented media, because when what they have to say goes against the public's opinion, they just lock off the comments and spout whatever crap they like, as he points out further down in this article. He goes on here, Southgate's exasperatingly simplistic observation according to which these children are exhibiting inherited thinking also implies that their parents are racist too. This is actually something I said the other day once again. In turn, however, one could call on the England coach to perhaps give some thought on his own inherited thinking, no doubt passed on to him by his parents or past teachers, by showing some respect to noble British traditions such as diplomatic skills, respect for free speech, freedom of conscience, respect for childhood and national sovereignty. Well, you've got fucking Bob Hope there, let me tell ya. This guy's a tosspot, plain and simple, that's never gonna do any of that, you can be sure. He goes on, a measure of inherited thinking might also do some good to players wittingly or unwittingly bowing their heads in front of a set of mandated morals, kneeling before an ideology actively involved in removing statues of their national heroes, calling their country's wartime saviours fascists, and injecting unsuspecting children's minds with diverse ideology such as critical race theory, and I would also add the gender theory nonsense into that one there. He goes on, the media labelling 35,000 young Hungarian children getting emotional during a game of soccer as racist is indeed a new low for journalism. No, it's kind of par for the course, let me tell ya. Calling out monkey chants or hurling abuse at players, be they black or white, because of their ethnic background is racist. No, doing it to white players seems to be perfectly fine. Booing an entire team taking the knee while they should be standing proud singing their national anthem is not. That there is 100% correct, and he finishes up by saying stigmatising children collectively for being children and saying things as they see them is a disgrace. Once again, 100% spot on, I've gotta say. Now, further on, he goes on ragging on the different media outlets, like I said earlier, about not allowing comments because they go against what the public wants. Obviously, this doesn't surprise any of you, it certainly doesn't surprise me, but once again, it's definitely funny to hear these media outlets over in Hungary call it out. But you know what, I do have to say, not one thing in that article was wrong in the slightest. The guy Daniel was right on target with every point he made, not only about Southgate and the England team, but worthless scumbag media tosspots that we have here in this country now. In fact, I hope when we play Hungary, the England fans in the stadium join the Hungarians booing this race-baiting bullshit because the whole of football needs to call it out in order to stop it. Well, technically you could stop it by people not attending matches over it and all of this, but obviously that's never gonna happen, is it? So booing it with everyone else is what needs to be done. But you know what, guys, I'm going to end it there. So once again, it's time to love you and leave you all. As always, thanks for watching, and remember to let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Subscribe if you ain't already, and I hope to see you all in the next one.